Hi, I'm Bill Osmolsky with the MacIver Institute with your MacIver News Bulletin here in the Wisconsin State Capitol Rotunda in front of the Wisconsin State Capitol Christmas tree. And while your focus might be shifting from work to family, lawmakers are still busy working on proposals they hope to turn into law in 2020. That means this building is still crawling with lobbyists. Many of them are funded with your property tax dollars, and they aren't exactly looking out for local property taxpayers. The League of Wisconsin Municipalities, the Wisconsin Towns Association, the Wisconsin Counties Association. Local governments pay their membership dues to these organizations with your property taxes. In return, those groups send lobbyists to Madison who try to convince lawmakers to raise your taxes. Here's the League of Wisconsin Municipalities from a meeting with the DOT earlier this year.
There needs to be a local sales tax option for transportation. You look at what Texas has done with this, you look at what most other states have done with this, some sort of a local sales tax option, regional sales tax option, county sales tax, I don't care.
When these groups started buying media ads to convince taxpayers to go along with these tax hikes, a privately funded organization, Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce, said enough. It just published a report on these groups calling for lawmakers to end the practice of using taxpayer money to hire lobbyists.
So these are things that we're seeing lobbied at the state capitol, and we think, these are generally things that aren't terribly popular, but they're being lobbied on by these groups that aren't actually accountable to the voters. And they're funded by taxpayer money, but they're not accountable to the voters.
You can find WMC's report at WMC.org and click on News. The pro-life movement had plenty of victories and setbacks in 2019. States like Virginia and New York adopted extreme pro-choice positions by legalizing infanticide, while other states like Georgia, Alabama, and Missouri passed laws making abortion illegal as soon as the baby's heartbeat can be detected. In Wisconsin, Republicans passed a package of pro-life bills that were then vetoed by Governor Tony Evers. Wisconsin Right to Life says it has plenty of work to do in the year ahead.
Right now, we're watching all of these heartbeat bills that were passed are very quickly moving their way up the courts to see whether or not any of them are viable to overturn Roe v. Wade. We do have a conservative court right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that Roe v. Wade is ready to be overturned. So we're kind of waiting and watching those laws very closely. I don't think Wisconsin is ready for a heartbeat bill, but we're looking forward to see what happens with those bills in the states that have passed that and maybe get to follow in their footsteps.
The MacIver Institute is dedicated to covering issues that affect individual freedom and free market economics in Wisconsin and beyond. Be sure to visit www.maciverinstitute.com for regular reports and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the MacIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmolsky, and this has been your MacIver News Bulletin. Have a Merry Christmas, and we look forward to seeing you next year in 2020.